When people say that we born and die, our one human life usually for 80 years or 100 years, for instance, generally. One life of human being usually like 80 years or 100 years. But in meditation, we focus on the life of each moment, not the life like 24 hours a day or 7 days a week or 30 days a month, not like that. Each moment of thought is one life. So that's why the principle of meditation is focused on the present moment only. And like I said earlier, every life of thought at least had 3 moments. One moment for coming, one moment staying, and one moment disappear. It means born, stay, and die right away. Like something happened to your mind, you think about it, and suddenly it's gone. And the other thought come, stay for a few moments, sometimes 1 moment, sometimes a few hours, a few seconds, and it's gone. So that we call unwanted thought. We don't want it, we don't focus, but naturally it pop up in our mind and disappear. It's come and go instantly. But at these 3 moments, born, stay and go, disappear, appear, stay and disappear. This is the life of each single moment. So in Theravada Nikaya Sutra, we call this Bhagavan. It means like the way, up and down. You go to the ocean, you will see, go to the beach, you will see the water, the wave come, go up, and it must go down. It cannot stay up forever, even the tsunami, and had to go down. This is the principle of the mental purification. So remember again, life in meditation is the present moment, here and now only. Every thought, a life. Every breath, a life. Single breath, in and out. You do breathe in and out, a life. So now, when you return to your true life, the present moment, this is the greatest chance for us to destroy all the inner suffering, all the hatred, ill will, and craving, all kind of suffering, inner suffering, by focus on the line of thought. So let me tell you another principle. So every thought, every moment come and go, come, appear and disappear. So there is no thoughts happen at the same time. This is the most important. There is no two thoughts cannot happen at the same time. For instance, if you look at this, the water, you don't have a chance to look at the candle. So only no two thoughts happen at the same time. Only one by one. For this reason, we can use this technique beyond the border of religion, beyond the border of culture. This technique is the truth, the higher truth that help us to liberate ourselves from the present sorrow, envy, hatred, ill will, all kind of anger inside of us. It's very important. So now we try to do it right away. We don't have to wait. And if in the present moment, in a single moment, you can do it best, you go home, you can do it. Waiting in traffic light, you can do it. Getting in line for paying at Walmart or Home Depot, you can do it. Anywhere you can practice meditation. Even in motorcycle. You see a very rare motorcycle before. You see, when you ride a motorcycle, it's not about how to get there, but how to ride the motorcycle. See? So on the way to become a Buddha, exactly the same. It's not about how to become a Buddha, but how to walk step by step to get there. So now please, stay on the cushion. If you cannot, gentlemen, you can sit on the chair. If you don't like, if you sit on the floor, you must try your back, please. Yes. Okay. And now, you can massage your hand, use your hand to massage your face. Yes, yeah. So the same. Something by you, you have to stay stable. Don't shake your body. Now, massage your hand like this. When you do massage your hand and your face, take out your fast. You generate the idea, I'm so happy. I'm here, I'm alive. This moment will never happen again in our life. You see? This moment of happiness. This moment is the treasure of our life, because this moment we learn how to reach enlightenment, how to destroy the sufferings, and try to generate the idea of happiness. Massage your hair, your face. Don't think about the future. Don't worry about the past. Just here and now, focus on the present moment in a few moments. Now, please turn off the light. We all practice meditation. When you hear the sound of the bell, you start breathing in and out gently, and just focus on your breath in and out gently. We start meditation with the bell. Just breathe in and breathe out normally. Don't try to hold your breath. Don't try to make your breath longer or shorter. Just breathe normally. Be aware of every single breath in and out. Put your mind on your face, or you can move your mind. Your mind means your intention, attention, your belly, abdomen. Just breathe in and out. Bring your mind back to the present moment, here and now. This is the way of cultivating inner peace. The past has gone. The future not yet to come. Only here and now. Breathe in and breathe out. If you hear any noise, just think about mindfulness. Mindfulness is mean bring the mind to the state of fullness. Follow your breath in and out gently. We massage your face. Keep mindful on your breath. The mind and the body must be together. You can adjust, relax a few moments, and we start meditation again. During the time of meditation, try to be patient. To focus on your breath in and out. You don't have a chance to focus on other things. Like for instance, when we get angry, because we put our energy in the anger, so the anger makes us suffer more and more. And now we don't continue to put the energy into anger, but we put the energy to compassion. Then peaceful, the energy of compassion will nurture the compassion. So this is the way where we push the energy. If we invest, we put all the energy into the loving kindness, peaceful, gentle, generosity, love, compassion, we will live in peace. But if we put too much energy on anger, craving, hatred, our life becomes suffer more and more. Now again, please stand up, do some dress the body and sit down again for meditation. So now this session we are focused on to put the energy in mindfulness. It means we still keep breathing in and out, keep breathing, but we just focus more, concentrate more on your breath in order to recognize the breath in and out, inhalation and exhalation separately. And try to stay with your breath in a few moments, in 5 minutes, 10 minutes. We make a vow to let go everything. No worry about your family or your children or your business. Just 10 minutes only, because it may never happen again in our life. Just take a vow. I do seriously 10 minutes meditation. Stay with mindfulness, please. You can stand up and do some stretching, freely stretch your body. Make sure you feel comfortable. What time is it? What time? Yeah. Okay, so now I will perform the ceremony of taking refuge, and the last hour. Now we are almost 3. Now we have 1 more hour. So we do the 15-minute ceremony of taking refuge. And after that, we do the Q&A question and answer and discussion. If you have any question, we can help you. Please sit down again. So, those who want to take refuge today, please come in the front and raise P model, please. 8 people. So first, let me explain to you the meaning of taking refuge. This is about becoming a Buddhist. Because when you go to the temple, many people go to the temple or monastery and study meditation or have been volunteer so many work. But they are just Dharma friends. When you make a decision to become Buddhist, the first thing to do is taking refuge. Taking refuge means you become a Buddha student and you want to practice the Buddhist teaching. And of course, in Buddhism there are many teachings from the Buddha, the Sangha and Bodhisattva in the very long history, 2,566 years ago. So that's why we have a different kind of teaching, like Mahayana teaching, Theravada teaching, Yogacara teaching, and Tibetan teaching, and mantra teaching, yoga teaching. But all the teaching, like the boat, or like the bus, it drives you to the final destination. And the final destination is the same. You go a different way, but you will come to the same destination. This is happiness. This is enlightenment. So sometimes, like for old people, like most Vietnamese, we do chanting. We can sit for hours chanting the sutra. And for some of us, we don't chanting, but we singing. Like you go to the church, Christian church, we sing all kind of holy song. And this is the only the way they connect with God. Some we do meditation or chanting the mantra. Like Tibetan Buddhism, we all chanting every day, chanting mantra, all kind of mantra. And when I was young, I am an expert. Chanting mantra. I can chant many long mantra in Sanskrit and learn by heart. So again, there are many ways for us to practice, many paths, but the only destination is the same, always the same. So no worry about the method you study. But in order to found your own foundation of spiritual, the first thing to take refuge is mean you recognize who is your master. So in this case, the Buddha is our own master, the Sakyamuni Buddha. And we recognize, we respect him, not like a super teacher, not like he will give us some supernatural power, but he gives us wisdom, philosophy of life, and the truth. That's why nowadays the whole world recognize the Buddha as a great master of wisdom, humanistic teaching. So in the history of human being, there is only one Buddha. In many Buddhist traditions, we have different kind of Buddha, like Buddha in the East, Buddha in the West. Buddha in the East like the medicine Buddha, kin medicine Buddha. He just give medicine to people. We call kin medicine Buddha. Buddha in the West like Amita Buddha. He live in control the world in the heaven paradise. If you chant in Namo Amitabha, Namo Amitabha, and when you believe in the Buddha and practice the Buddha teaching, when we die, we will go to the heaven paradise. It's the world of the Pure Land, Buddha, Amita Buddha. But in human history, real history, there is only one Buddha. His name is Sakyamuni. He was born a prince in India. He had a history. And nowadays the Vesak Day is the United Nations nowadays recognize and confirm that there is the Buddha birthplace. There is the Buddha palace. There is the Buddha like meditation Bodhi tree, Bodh Gaya, where he reached enlightenment. And there is the Buddha where he gave the first lecture, the Noble Truth, the Four Noble Truths, Deer Park in India. And in Kushinagar, there is the town, the Tupa, where the Buddha went to Nirvana. So on the Buddha birthplace, enlightenment, give the first teaching, and pass away Nirvana. Their own historical site nowadays still exist in India. So again, for human history, there is only one Buddha, and his name is Sakyamuni. And those who take refuge in Buddhism today, you are going to be the Sakyamuni student. Congratulations first for you. Second, what is the Buddha? Like I said earlier this morning, the Buddha said that I am not a personal God. I am not a creator. I am an enlightened person. And he confirmed on his life that any single being, whether you are Western or Eastern, or Asian or American or African, all human being has the ability to become a Buddha and reach the highest enlightenment. So the nature of the Buddha we call Buddhahood, like the Buddha nature in own person. If we don't have the Buddha nature, we cannot turn ourselves from the negative person to the positive person. We cannot change ourselves from a poor person to a wisdom person. From the bad to the good, from low to high, from uneducated to educated person, from a people of suffering to the view of happiness. So this, based on the Buddha nature, we can change our life. And what is the Buddha nature? What is the Buddha nature? What is the Buddha nature? No. Loving kindness and compassion is the character of Buddha nature. Anybody tell me one word only. What is the Buddha nature? Enlightenment, light, wisdom, the inner light. Anybody sit here, every single had the wisdom. Depend on our level. Some people, they had a strong wisdom, the very bright wisdom, and some a little with like a candle. But this is the nature of the Buddha nature. Light, clear light, pure light. Not the purple light or the red light, not like this. Clear light, pure light. This means with that nature, the Buddha teacher, if we look at the Dharma world, look at their appearance as they are. I mean, to see appearance, all kind of appearance, like the flower, the pupil, the animal, the nature of good and bad, all kind of stuff in this life. We call the Dhamma. If you see the Dhamma as they are, you liberate yourself from all kind of sufferings. The Buddha don't say you get a supernatural power and you liberate yourself from suffering. But if you see the truth as it is, you liberate yourself from all kinds of suffering. It's very important to see the truth as it is. So when you see the nature of life, you become a bodhisattva. Because if you see the nature of life, what is the nature of life? It's non-self, it's impermanent, it's come and go. So let me give you an example. The two baby. One baby, 5 years old. Another baby, 10 years old. They play together with the purple, a balloon, with the balloon. And suddenly the balloon broken. The 5-year-old baby cried because his whole world broken. He lost everything. He cried, suffering. But the 10-year-old baby, he mature enough to think that this is just a balloon. It's broken, we can buy another one. So that's why, because he had his own view, he had the wisdom, he never be suffered by the thing come and go of this life. So the Buddha teaches us again, if you see the nature of life, immediately you liberate yourself from all kinds of sufferings. You live in peace. You live in calmness, happiness. So this is the Buddha nature. For this reason, we take refuge in Buddha in order to develop our own Buddha nature. The Sakyamuni Buddha is our own teacher. We take refuge in him, not become a slave to him, but to develop our own Buddha nature. And how about the Dhamma? Dhamma means the Buddha teaching. In theory, Dhamma is the Buddha teaching or Buddhist philosophy. But in reality, Dhamma means the truth. That's it. Dhamma means the truth. And the truth is forever. Nobody can change it. When you see the truth, you see the Dhamma. When you see the truth, you see the Buddha. So in Nikaya Sutra, the Buddha said that those who see the truth, see me. And I characterize that word on the column from the outside. And you see the truth, you see me. Yes Dhamma Sayasimi. Yes Dhamma Sayasimi. Evam Nirvana. So those who see the truth, see me. And what is the Sangha? Sangha means people, we have two levels. Historically, the Sangha means the community of Buddhist monks and nuns who follow the Buddha, who share the same teaching, who follow the same master. But after the Buddha passed away, go into Nirvana, the Buddhism continue to transmit to different kind of people. So now the concept of Sangha is extend to everyone. Like we share the same teaching, include a monk and nun and lay person. We share the same teaching. Like everyone who sit in the same temple, we chant the same sutra, we study the same meditation, we go on White Sand Buddhist Sangha, or we go on like the land Buddhist Sangha. We have different group with all Sangha. So the Sangha means Sangana. In Sanskrit, we call Sangana. Sangana means come together in harmony. Come together in harmony. But they are a little difficult. For the community of monks and nuns, they are homeless. They had nothing really in like basically nothing belong to the personal property. But for the lay person, you can have your own property like family, husband and wife, children. For all the monastic, they have to live a life without family, without property. So for that reason, we call the harmony in the teaching, the harmony in the Dhamma. But in social, we cannot do the harmony because they are separate between the life of the lay person and the life of monastic. But anyway, we practice together, we share the same teaching, we meditation together, and we live in peace together, in happiness together. We call that the Sangha. So now another meaning. This is the first time I speak here. We extend the meaning of Sangha. The Sangha means dependent original action. Dependent origination. Dependent origination. You see the Sangha between Russia and Ukraine. Because when the Buddha said that we live, we have to depend to each other. If something happen out there, even we have no connection, but we still affected from that. So that's why there is the Earth Day. For instance, some people recommend to plant a tree. And yesterday, Ray sent me an email. He want to share with me the who knows the family. I don't remember. But when whatever they do, they think about 7 generations, not just 1 generation. Whatever we do, we have to think about 7 generations. We plant the tree. We come to the earth not to consume all the benefit of the earth, but we have to do something to reproduce for the future, for our children. So this is the teaching of dependent origination, or the concept of Sangha come together. So yesterday I recommend Dr. Chow plant 10 trees all around the pond. And you know that 12 years ago, me and Ron, Damasan, we plant all the bamboo 12 years ago. We bought the bamboo very young, a little like this, $25 from Miami. And me and him go on the border of the white sand and we plant the bamboo. Nobody now, right? 10 years later, all around the bamboo like the wall that cover the monasteries. It looks so beautiful. And during the time I live in Japan, I study and working over there. Anytime I go on school, I don't ask how about everybody, but I just ask how about my bamboo. We wait because we wait for the bamboo to grow up, but the first year it not grow up. The hurricane come and it fell. The second year we see nothing. But from the third year, many young bamboo, they come up again. And now you can see all around the monastery covered by the bamboo. So this is the Sangha come together. So after this ceremony, we will go together to blessing the tree. Now from the Earth Day, we try to protect the environment. So if you enjoy, if you like it, you can buy a tree and plant somewhere around here. And when we come back, let me tell you the truth, personally. Every time I come back to White Sand, the thing that attract me, that hold my hand back, is the tree. Because when I plant it too small, young, now it's too big. You see the oak tree like in the house right here. It becomes very big. We just stay and look at the tree for 15 minutes. Enjoy the shade of the tree. Enjoy the oxygen the tree gives us. And enjoy the real peaceful moment of life. So now we do the ceremony. I go too far away. So now please kneel on your knee as the people had the name, the kneel on your knee, and we perform the ceremony of taking refuge. You follow Ray be model for them, please. Kneel on your knee, please. Yeah. If you cannot, you can cup in your hand and look at the Buddha. And everyone, please repeat after me. I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
One bow. One bow. I take refuge in the Dhamma.
I take refuge in the Dhamma.
One bow. I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
One bow. The second time, repeat after me. I take refuge in the Buddha.
I take refuge in the Buddha.
One bow. I take refuge in the Dhamma.
I take refuge in the Dhamma.
One bow. I take refuge in the Sangha.
I take refuge in the Sangha.
Now repeat after me in Pali language. Buddham, Saranam, Gacchami. Dhanam, Saranam, Gacchami. Sangham, Saranam, Gacchami. So from this moment until the end of time, you officially become Buddhist. It means the Buddha student. And as a Buddhist, you have to take at least one of the 5 following vows. Listen to me carefully. If you can take it, you just answer to yourself. Say to yourself silently, yes, I do, and you bow. If you cannot take it, keep silent and bow. The first vow, not to kill human being. Do you wish to take the first vow? Bow. The second vow, not to take what is not given. Do you wish to take the second vow? The third vow, not to engage in improper sexuality. Do you wish to take the third vow? The fourth vow, not to lie or say harmful things to yourself and others. Do you wish to take the fourth vow? The fifth vow, not to abuse intoxicants that weaken the mind. Do you wish to take the fifth vow? So, now you take refuge, you take the vow, and try to keep it. If we break the vow, we have to do the repentance ceremony, like to recover the vow, like the protector that help us. And you will have the Buddhist name. Please sit down. Please sit down. Now, so we done for the ceremony. Just one thing I want to tell you, for every name I do very quick meditation, but for self-awareness I have to meditation 5 times with the 5 name different. And finally, I decide with the name Dharma Journey before you. So the ceremony ends now, and we do the discussion. If you have any question, first I like to invite you just express your idea, your thought, your question, and we all answer together.
So Thai, I have a few questions for you from our group. Do we have any other questions that have come up? I've only received 3. Susan, can you check, see if there's any in the back in the box outside as well? Thai, would you like me to read them to you first and then hand them to you? Can you explain the similarities with other practice religions such as Hinduism and Taoism?
Yeah. Oh, do you want me to actually do it? Or just say, okay.
Yes.
So, you know, that's really a big question. Buddhism came out of Indian religion, sort of the same way Hinduism did. So this word Hinduism is a little funny. It was actually more applied by colonialism than something that would be used by a Hindu at the time. But the foundation is similar. You know, the cosmology is similar. But there are some important differences between Buddhism and Hinduism, which it would take a long time. Oh, you said Hinduism and Taoism. Taoism comes from China. There's a lot of similarities. A lot of Zen was influenced by Taoism. Different teachers, different approaches to things. In some ways, you end up kind of in the same place. There are a lot of people who consider like some forms of meditation that come from that Chinese culture to have as much to do with Taoism as Buddhism. It's hard to answer those questions in a short period of time. I mean, they're it's kind of like, well, what's the similarity between Buddhism and Christianity? We could talk about that for a week, you know. But the important thing, I think, to know is that all religions are containers for truth. They're not truth, they're containers for truth. And so you can find the truth in a lot of different ways. You know, I'll read something by a Taoist or a Christian or a Jewish person or something, and if there's truth there, I'll find it. Now, I'll see it as a Buddhist. But all religions are attempts to deal with human suffering. And I know that didn't answer your question, but sometime if you got a couple of weeks, we can talk about that.
Yes, Thai. Thai, when practicing non-attachment, how do we detach from concepts like love? Oh, you give him the hard ones, Thai.
Non-attachment is not detachment. That's the first thing to know. Non-attachment is not detachment. Detachment means you reject something. You don't need to reject love. In Buddhism, we experience life authentically. And that means that we can love. Now, that doesn't, we chanted the Metta Sutta earlier, which is an expression of love for humankind. It's goodwill. It's I want you to be happy. What better form of love is there? Now, there are people who say, oh, I've fallen in love, and what that really means is that they've fallen into attachment. And so that's different. But don't stop loving people because you become a Buddhist. Love more genuinely and more authentically because you've become a Buddhist. I hope that helps.
Sort of a fun question, and it was written such as, the 10-year-old in me wants to ask, why are the Buddha's ears so big?
Why are the
Buddha's ears so big?
So if you read about Buddhism, you'll find that there's these marks of a Buddha, marks of auspiciousness, you know, in Buddha, and the long earlobes are one of those marks, and they symbolize wisdom. You have a different answer for that? Longevity? Okay, I was wrong. And there's 32 marks, right? Yeah, but there's 32 marks of the Buddha, correct?
32.
You know all 32? Okay, I don't.
He's got the PhD. Yeah, very good. Thank you. It was a good question.
In Asian culture or in Indian culture, if you see people with a long ear, they live very long. And if you see the people with a short ear, they die very young. Yeah, this is the symbol. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna Ty, before you close your Q&A, there's some folks that may have not written a question. Any question? Yes.
Thai, the Sangha, which I understand there are 2 levels that you explained. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a soft voice. Sorry. So I understand there are 2 levels of Sangha: the monks and the nuns, and then the lay people. And how do we build the Sangha of the lay people for this temple?
yes, you can answer.
So let me make sure I understand your question. How can we make the Sangha bigger?
The lay people.
Oh, you want more lay people?
It's a spiritual process.
Right.
Forgive me, I don't know. I'm just, you know.
No, it's a good question.
In all humility, I honestly believe that, you know, we are but a drop in a river. And so the more drops, the better the river.
Yeah. You're doing it. I mean, this is how you do it. You come together, you encourage other people to come together. Now, we don't proselytize in Buddhism. There's a principle, Pali word is ehipassiko, come and see for yourself, inviting the wise to come see for themselves. So you can invite people to come see for themselves. You know, and some people are going to respond and become a part of the community, and some people won't. When the Buddha was enlightened, he had this question for himself, you know, are people going to understand this? This is very profound, this thing that I've awakened to, and will I be able to teach it? And will people be able to understand it? And he was sitting on the shore of a river, and he saw lotuses, and he realized that some lotuses stay mired down in the mud. They're not ever going to sprout. Some lotuses rise to the surface of the water. Some lotuses come completely up out of the water and open up and bloom. And even though they're still rooted in the mud, the blossom is way beyond that. It is unstained by the muck from which it arose. He said people are the same way. Some are going to stay stuck down in the mud. Some of them are going to make a little progress. Some of them are going to wake up. And so we make this available to those who want it, and some will become a member of the community, some will become completely freed, some are going to go back out there, get back in the muck, you know, and that's their karma. Like this, you know, support the temple, let people know that it's here. Don't push it on people, but if you hear someone say, oh, you know, I've been reading about Buddhism, well, come experience a Buddhist community. You can read about Buddhism and you can think about Buddhism, but practicing with others is kind of like taking that skill and developing it in a group. It's kind of, this is like a big jam session, As a musician, you can hang out and you can play music and stuff, but when you play with other musicians, you really experience music. When you practice in a community, you really experience practice.
Thank you.
Thank you. One more.
Can I have one thing to share with you? Because I understand your question. That's a very good question. How do we build this Sangha? Not the higher level. Who is the best one to talk about it? We have the Sangha community here. Probably Sarah.
Yes.
Can you share with us?
So the Sangha here is built by coming. So the first 3 Sundays of the month, Sensei's here, and he does a wonderful Dharma talk. And then once a month, the Sangha, the new Sangha, which is the new Buddhists and the old Buddhists, we all get together and we study. And you are welcome to come even if you haven't taken refuge. I believe it's the second Sunday of the month. We just started that. So I think we start feeling like we're a family. And when you see the faces, there's a real connection. Right here's my family right here, and there's my family, and there's my family, and my family's over there. And that's the Sangha. And now, Rosa, you're in the Sangha. So, next Sunday, yeah, every Sunday we come, 10 o'clock, 10 to 12.
Thank you, Carol. Where's the other question? Where?
Come to Carol.
So I wanted to know what the difference is between one who seeks enlightenment and one who seeks to serve and forgo nirvana. I've seen it described as the Bodhisattva is the one who forgoes nirvana, who wishes to serve until all others are served. But I can't find much online about it, and I want to know more. Bodhisattva.
From a practice perspective, there's no difference. From a realization perspective, there's no difference. Is my objective so when the Buddha taught, originally he was teaching, this is how you get out of this cycle of coming and going, and you become completely freed from all attachments, and you become liberated and unbound. There's nothing more to fuel your existence, and that's an arahant. When Buddhism spread, in some cultures this was seen as kind of selfish. We really want to practice for the benefit of others. And so the objective becomes, I want to be liberated, but I'm not going to come completely out of the cycle of coming and going because I want to be around to help others. And so it's really from a practice perspective. And these are all practical issues. How do I transcend suffering? And from a practical perspective, I think it's probably healthier to see yourself as helping others become liberated, because it motivates your practice more, I think. But, if you go to a Theravada temple where the Arahant objective is kind of what it's based on, you're still going to share your merit at the end of every practice with all beings, because you can't become enlightened selfishly, right? So it helps you be unselfish to see yourself as your practice being in service of all beings.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
So, Ty, before you wrap it up, I just wanted to say the painting that the lady did for us, we have a silent auction going on with that painting. So if you're interested in that painting, go to the bookstore, put your number down, your name, and what you're willing to buy the painting for. So, thank you.